Welcome. In this video we're going to be looking at how to join granny squares using the granny stitch join going corner to corner. So we're going to start in the corner and then go across like that. And there's a couple of benefits to doing it that way rather than going across in rows. One of them is because you don't have to decide how big you want your blanket until you're making it. So, and you can change your mind. So to begin with, I started making just plain granny squares. And then I decided I was going to add some different ones. And then later on, I decided I was going to add these big panels of single colours. So, yeah, going corner to corner allowed me to do that. The other thing I like about going corner to corner is that once you get to halfway, it feels like you're going downhill, yeah, because it gets smaller and it kind of feels like you're decreasing. So let's get started. So here I've just got a collection of random granny squares from the Granny Square series. And instead of going across, we're going to go from the corner and we're going to work our way up to the corner there, wherever that might be. So however big you want your blanket to be. So we're going to start down here and we're going to start off with just using the one square. Start with a slip knot. I'm using buttermilk for the video. Grab a 4mm hook. And we're going to make the first three. It's almost as if we're doing a fifth round of the granny square, yeah? We're going to start in the corner, work our way up, go across the top, and then back down into where into the blanket, yeah? So the blanket's going this way. So we're going to slip stitch into that corner. And we're, like I say, we're going to make a granny square round. So we're going to make the first 3 stitches. We're going to leave the corner. So we're going to chain 1. And however you like to do your starting US double, UK treble, and then make 2 more. So if you've been making chain 1 spaces in between your groups of granny stitches, go ahead and make a chain 1 space. If you haven't, then we're going to go straight into the next space with your 3 stitches, and you're going to go all the way around making chain 2 in the corners until you get round to the end of the 3rd edge. So I'll see you back at the end of the 3rd edge, yeah. I'm just making my last into the last corner now. So I'm making 3 stitches. And we've done three edges. Yeah, that's our first square. So that's the corner of our blanket. So I'm going to grab a couple of squares now to join onto that corner. Let's take those squares, yeah. So these are all just squares from the Granny Square series. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn here and we're going to crochet along into here. We're going to slip stitch in to join. We're going to chain up and then go along here, yeah. So we're going to go into this one first, yeah. So you can chain here, do chain 1, and then we're going to attach that to there. So we're going to go straight in. Ooh, I'm getting confused here. We're going to go straight in. There we go. We want to hold the wrong sides together, yeah. Yarn over, and we're going to go straight into that corner. So we're going to make 3 stitches. So once you've made your first stitch, you can let go for a minute. So there, we've got 3 stitches in the corner of our second square. Yeah, so they're going to go like that. Yeah. So to attach it, we just slip stitch in. So remember, wrong side facing. There's your first space. We're going to go in, pull the yarn through, and then pull into there. And that's now slip stitched. I'd like to pull it. and then we're going to make the next 3 stitches into the next group. So yarn over, we're then going to go in, pull the yarn through and make a US double, UK treble, and then we're going to make the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to slip stitch into the next space. And then 3 stitches into the next. It's not actually a chain 1 space, but you might have made chain 1 spaces. I didn't. And then 2 more stitches. After the 3 stitches, slip stitch into a wisteria colour, that one I think, and then make your 3 stitches in there. So we're going to slip stitch in, that's the last one, and we should be at the corner. Yeah, you just get some yarn. So we're going to make 3 stitches in there. Remember, we're just doing US doubles, UK trebles. Okay, so that's, you see how we've joined that along there? So now we're going to join the 3rd square here. So we're going to have to chain up to get to there. Oops. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to join them like this. So we want to go into that corner and make 3 stitches. So we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to go into the corner, make 3 stitches. So now we need to, so let's have a look. You can see how that's progressing. So actually that's our corner, isn't it? So it's going along there. So now let me just make sure I've got enough yarn. So now we're going to slip stitch to join this square to this square. Yeah. So again, you have your wrong sides facing each other. Yeah. So the right sides are on the outside. And we're going to go into that first space after the corner. Slip stitch in and pull tight. Yarn over. And then we make the second set of 3 stitches. Oops, I've got my yarn caught, hang on. Oops, I think it's actually that slip stitch, let me go back. Let's do that slip stitch again. So if you make mistakes, just undo it and try again. So 3 stitches in there. Oh, getting caught again, no. So after your 3 stitches, we're going to slip stitch into the next space. If you're making the chains, you don't need to do any extra chains here. The slip stitch counts as a chain, yeah. So we then make our 3 stitches. After 3 stitches, we're going to slip stitch. And then yarn over and make the next 3, oops, the next 3 stitches. Slip stitch into the last space. And then we're at the corner. So we're going to make 3 stitches. And then we're going to have a look at the work. Oh, sorry. So there, that's what it should look like at the moment. We've joined this square here and this square here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to crochet up along here, across the top, down. We're going to chain 3 again, and then we're going to come in and finish this corner, yeah, and go around. So remember, we've got to finish that corner, chain 3, and then finish this corner. So I'm going to crochet around here, and I'll meet you at the corner before we do the chain. Yeah, so we've got chain 2 to do here. 1, 2, and then 3 stitches to finish that corner. And then we're just going to go around like a granny square, and I'll see you at the corner of this square. I'm just making my last group before I get to that corner. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, so I'm going to go in, and because we've only made 3 stitches in that corner, so we're going to finish that corner, make 3 stitches. Got my end from the last round in there. Cool. So we've made 3 stitches. We're going to chain 3, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to finish this corner. Yeah, so you're just going to yarn over, and then we're going to finish the corner, go into the corner and make 3 stitches. Yep, so there we go. You can see how that's progressing. So now what we're going to do is we're back at how we were with this one. Yeah, we're going to go along and down to here. Yeah, and then you can just keep adding more rows the same way. I'm going to come down, I'm going to add another square, and then I'll show you how to add the square into this corner. Yeah. So I'm just up to the corner, I'm just making my last slip stitch there. And you can see I'm about to go into this corner here. So we're going to make the first 3 stitches. Yeah, after 3 stitches, we're going to chain 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go under all of those chains. So there's 2 chain 3s, and then the chain 2 space from that square. Yeah, so we've got all those chains on your hook. You're then going to pull the yarn through all of those chains and slip stitch. Yeah, pull it tight and chain 1. We're then going to finish the corner. So yarn over, and we're going to go into the corner and make 3 more stitches. So there's the corner joined. Yeah. So what we're going to do, so normally now what we would do is the same as we did with this square to this square. We would then go up along here, chain 3, and then join the next square. But we're going to look at how we decrease. So when you're ready to start decreasing, you can keep adding squares either way for as long as you want. So what we're going to do is, if we want to decrease this square, what we do is, instead of joining another square over here, we're just going to go around and come back down again. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come down and I'm going to meet you back here at the next corner. Okay, remember to slip stitch into this square that we're joining on. Yeah, so we've just done our 3 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into the first space. Oops, let's find that square, and then make 3 more stitches. Yeah, so I'll meet you back round at the next. I'll meet you down here. Yeah. So I'm at the last corner now. I'm just going to make those 3 stitches on this square here. Okay, we're going to chain 3 and then go into this square. So we're going to look at how to decrease on the on this side. So if we were going to add another square, we would go all the way along the top and then come down, and then we would add the next square by going round and then adding the square here. If we want to start decreasing, we're going to just go up to here. Yeah, we're not going to go down there. We're going to stop here, and then we're going to join the last. Well, on this sample, it'll be the last square, but you may still be going up along that way. Yeah. So I'm just gonna. So we're going to finish that corner off by making the next 3 stitches. And then we're going to finish the edge, yeah. So when we get to that corner, we're just going to make 3 stitches. We're going to finish the corner later. So we make 1, 2 and 3. So instead of going back down, we're just going to do the chain 1 here, and we're going to add the square straight on. So we're going to yarn over. Remember to oops, hold your work wrong sides facing and start that corner off. So we make the first 3 stitches. And then slip stitch into that first space. And then we're going to hop across and make, oh, I've got a hair caught in there. Make the next 3 stitches. So let's lay it down and have a look. Yeah. So that's where we're going with it. So we're going to then come across, and remember we're going to take all 3 of those chains to slip stitch. Yeah. So I'll meet you here at the corner so we can do that together. So I'm at the corner now. So I've made the first 3 stitches. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to take my hook underneath all 3 of those chains. Yeah, I'm going to pinch them together just because it's easier. Pull the yarn through. Oops. It's typical, isn't it? Go underneath all of them. And then pull the yarn through, and then we slip stitch. Pull tight and chain 1. So then we're going to finish that corner. So we're going to yarn over, go into the corner, make the 3 stitches. After 3 stitches, slip stitch, and 3 more stitches into the next space. And you're going to keep going along, and then I'm going to show you the progress quickly so we can talk about how you finish up when you've made it as big as you want. Right, so when you finish, you'll notice we've got the edging along here and along the top, but not at the bottom or this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, we're going to go along the top, and then we're going to come down the side and along here. And that's how you join your granny squares together, corner to corner style. And I'll see you in the next video.